It's a bitch up in here right now that I know. She used to love a bullshit nigga, but not no more. He thought she would do bad without him, but oh no, cause now she got her money right, and he broke. It's a bitch up in here right now that I know. She solid, everything a real nigga looking for. She got a nigga back if he gotta do a chose, and you ain't gotta worry, she gon' move all of the yo. She don't rock with everybody though, so if she down with you ain't got a second guess her. She be really about her business, and for a real nigga, she gon' make that pussy twerk. Suck that dick right in the morning while you get ready. It's a bitch up in here right now that I know. These hoes think they know about her, but they don't, cause she don't put her business out. She keep it low. They say they gon' be happy for her, but she know they won't. It's a bitch up in here right now that's getting money. She really got her bread up, the mother hoes frontin', and she ain't gotta wait on baby daddy child support. Her kids gon' eat real good either way it go. She don't rock with everybody though, so if she down with you ain't got a second guess her. She be really about her business, and for a real nigga, she gon' make that pussy twerk. Suck that dick right in the morning while you get ready. It's a bitch up in here right now, and she don't give a fuck. And if you got a problem with her, y'all could get it up, cause you gon' get your issue bringing messy shit to her. If it don't pay her bills, then she don't give a fuck. It's a bitch up in here right now, that pussy ready, but you gotta be a big dog for you to get it. And you ain't gotta lie, she already know what's up. She ain't worried about sweating you, more worried about you sweating her. Oh, I know that girl up in here, know that boss bitch up in here. I know that girl up in here, know that boss bitch up in here. I know that girl up in here, know that boss bitch up in here. I know that girl up in here, know that boss bitch up in here. She don't rock with everybody though, so if she down with you ain't got a second guess her. She be really about her business, and for a real nigga, she gon' make that pussy twerk. Suck that dick right in the morning while you get ready for work.
Your boy stay fresh than a bitch. They looking at my moves, trying to steal a nigga shit. Your boy stay fresh than a bitch. They looking at my moves, trying to steal a nigga shit. They call me Mr. Hit That Hoe. 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 When I hit the floor, shorty, whoa. When I hit the floor, shorty, whoa. I'ma hit that hoe. Call me Mr. 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 Hit That Hoe. When I hit the floor, shorty, whoa. When I hit the floor, shorty, whoa. I'ma hit that hoe.
Hey. What's going on? What's going on? I thought I had enough time to do something, but I guess I didn't. What's going on? What's going on with y'all? I just came to say hi. Because, I heard a nigga was getting beat the fuck up. I heard y'all was silently jumping on a nigga, and, I had to come get my lick in. Anywho, I just came to talk my little shit. Ain't no big deal. But I did want to say hi to the peoples. Hi to my peoples. Look at Jackie coming in barefooted on a dog ass.
So
What's
barefoot.
Jackie?
So barefoot. What's
I'm
up, Nick?
sorry, child. I'm the professional procrastinator. I meant to go live. I told Jackie I was gonna go live at a certain time, and my ass was doing other shit. So my bad, Jackie Boone. Because I value other people's time, child. And if I say I'm gonna do something, I like to do it. But
Shit, I'm fine. Don't worry about that.
okay. As long as you all right. What's up, me, y'all? What's up, everybody? PDP, how y'all doing? What's going on? What's up, Wild Seed? Hey, y'all. Hope everything is going fine. Hope everything is lovely in y'all neck of the woods. Your girl been busy. It's been declared a national disaster in my state, which which means to me money is on the flow. Money is on the flow, child. But I
I knew
made
that's right.
time. I made time. I said, you know what? Let me look in this bar right here, and I found some Hennessy from ain't no telling how long that shit been there, and and I've been trying to stop drinking cokes and all that shit or whatever, so I don't buy it anymore.
Mhm.
But you know, in order, this ain't really my shit. This not my shit. So I be needing a little liquid courage to come up here. And the only thing I had was some coffee. And what the fuck I do that for?
Mm.
What I do that for? I hit Jackie up. I was like, I know it's late, but like you still want to go? Like what we go do? And she was like, whatever. If you want to, I don't care. And I was like, shit, I got this coffee in me, bitch. We finna go.
I knew that's right.
We better go. But anywho, I just, I heard about a live that was going on earlier, and just listening to it just sounded like deja vu all over again.
Yeah, absolutely.
All over again. And,
Absolutely.
it is what it is because YouTube, it's the same shit, different day. That's why I named it this live.
Mhm.
But I'm just wondering, like, at what point is you gonna realize it's you, nigga?
Never. Never wear 51st. He's never it's never gonna be him. It's always everybody else.
My thing is, it's like, you
Hey
know,
504.
hey 504, hey everybody in the building. Make sure I hit the like, because I don't my watch time is trash, child, because I don't be on here. But hit the like or whatever if you feel inclined, because ain't no telling when the next time I'm gonna be back on here. But my thing is, I don't know why I still be getting secondhand embarrassment because it's like I I be feeling like he wise enough to get it because I don't feel like he don't know what the hell he doing. But it's like, nigga, you don't feel out of place. You don't
Mm-mm.
feel any type of way about
Mm-mm.
coming on
Absolutely
here
not.
on the daily. You still doing the same shit you was doing what 3 4 years ago. Like, you don't feel weird for being a older elderly man arguing
Not
with people
elderly.
that you could be the father of. Like, you don't feel out of place.
Mm. No, I don't think so. I don't think he ever feels out of place for that stupid shit he does.
Child, like that's
And
shameful.
it's the thing is like I was listening to that live earlier, and I'm in there like it is really watchman to repeat with you because you don't never change your MO. And then you go and like
Never.
he was playing, they were playing something about something he was saying, during the live, and I'm like, you still on the same type time. Don't
Same.
nobody give a fuck about no videos. I mean emails. Don't nobody give a fuck about no phone calls.
No.
Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Only you care about that shit because that's the shit that destroyed your life.
Right.
You was the one that was in the fucking in the closet, hiding everything, lying about everything. These people are living their life. They not hiding shit about their life.
And really
So
don't
you
care
feel
nothing
like
about what nobody think.
exactly. I'm gonna expose this and I'm gonna expose. Who gives a fuck? That one lady he was talking about.
Because he gives a
I,
fuck. That's
right.
why
I
he
think
thinks
her
other
name is
people give a fuck.
Meek, and I think he was threatening. I'm not for certain it because I haven't been watching it. Or I swear this is the only thing I caught today. And he was threatening to expose her criminal background or something like. I'm like, bitch, if niggas got criminal background, people know about that already. Like, who gives a fuck? Niggas
And what
commit
have we
crimes.
learned
Like, what the
from here,
fuck is
Jay?
wrong with you?
What have we learned? That you can expose the shit out of somebody. If people fuck with them, they gon' fuck with them.
Exactly.
Regardless. So it really doesn't even matter. And
No.
that shit is old. Like, nigga, like
Super
people
old.
be on to it. Like it really don't matter what you say around here. If they want to deal with them, they gonna deal with them. But it makes him feel a certain type of way. So he
Hmm.
thinks, that that's gonna kill everybody because it kills him. No, nigga, like you, man, this my 17-year-old wouldn't even sit up here and do the shit that he doing.
Child, this is what I'm saying. Like he does shit that's so juvenile. It's
Oh,
not
I
even
said
like
17. I mean 19. My bad. Go ahead.
yeah, I know that's right. He does shit that's so
That's how
juvenile.
old
It's
he
almost
was
like
when I was on this motherfucker.
right. You sit back and you look at him. You look at the situation. It's like, nigga, what's wrong with you, man? For real. Like, I know you throwed off. Like, we go. That's established, but you really need to get some help, fam. Like, you need to get this. I don't give a fuck if you do or not. But I'm just saying, like, as a grown ass man, you shouldn't even want to be out here when your ass like this. Like, you really be pussy popping on a
He didn't want
handstand
to be associated
for
with it.
real. Like, this shit is crazy. It's insane. It's
And
just
what killed me, I went over there for a split second. I said, I guess if I'm gonna talk about this nigga, I gotta go listen to this nigga. And of course, I couldn't make it a whole minute because
me
it's
neither.
like,
Me neither. I
nigga,
did the same
you
thing.
still trying to take pride in doing the same shit that you was doing the year before,
I
and
was
the
there.
year before that.
I listened to him say, "You didn't just walk away, bitch. I took your mod stick. I took your." I
Same
said,
thing he
"Nigga, do
said
you
earlier.
really think that people give a fuck about these mods that like being
Because
moderators in
he
the
gives
chat?
a
Like
fuck
people
about
really,
them my stick.
you give out the mod sticks like candy to any fucking body, right? That make you smile or laugh that day, right? And then you get mad at them, and then you want to, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit like that. Like, if you do, if you care about a mod stick like that, you need to reevaluate your life
I'm telling you.
because that shit is crazy.
I'm telling you. Especially when you got dogs on here, dogs, monkeys, and lizards and shit on here with get 20,000 views in a damn live and ain't nobody got a mod stick. Like like you got this shit
Mm-mm.
all messed up. I heard him trying to brag on some numbers and it's like, but dude, like 4 years ago you was getting 3 and 4,000 views, which ain't shit. It ain't shit. And no
Mhm.
offense to nobody else, but when you look at YouTube as a whole, and you know how we've been traveling all in different sectors because there's
Mhm.
a lot of
Mhm.
shit going on, a lot of shit.
Oh,
And then when you come back and listen to this bullshit, it's like, nigga, like, sir, get it. We not even just, he can't even just leave the house. Like, nigga, get out the sector. Go see.
and from what I understand
Like,
from
that ain't shit to brag about. Like, motherfuckers would dog you for bragging about 2, 3,000 damn views.
mm, mm, mm.
4,000 viewers, nigga. Like
Because it's
you
not even
been
no
on here
real money.
been had more than that.
It's not no real money. What's the matter, mama?
Well, truth be told is what they paying like, and this is if you have
That's
some
crazy.
solid content. What 10,000 every they paying what 10 cents per thousand views, and you get on here bragging about 3 or 4,000 views. Like if you don't shut the fuck up, like I don't know why I still catch secondhand embarrassment because it's like this nigga really don't get it, and at one point
Oh,
I
I
thought
don't.
he did, but it's like we don't none of us know what's gonna go on tomorrow. And this on some real shit. Like ain't nobody like really it's kind of sad. It's sad to sit
It's
back
very sad. It's very sad to watch an adult behave that way.
and don't none of us like any one of us could fall and drop dead 5 seconds later. So I'm not trying to be no ageist or nothing like that. But sir, your percentages of dropping dead tomorrow is a lot higher than the people that you're talking about. And it's
Baby.
like, is this the legacy you want to leave?
Yes, this is what he think this shit is cute and sexy, y'all.
Like, is this what you
He
out
don't give a fuck.
here?
Like y'all, I keep telling y'all, that's the biggest mistake that y'all ever make. Y'all really think he gonna give a fuck? He don't give a fuck. It's not just that he don't know any better. He don't give a fuck. He
Right.
just don't care.
I
He
think he
know better. He
just
just don't
don't
care.
but right. And
He
it's
just
sad
don't
that you
care.
done got so low in life that like nigga, this is your greatest attribute to society.
Mhm.
This your greatest contribution to society that nigga you got YouTube with a couple of thousand subscribers. If you don't sit your ass down somewhere, I keep wondering if YouTube got a retirement plan.
Probably not. But he's gonna keep on, and they're gonna snatch another. They're gonna snatch his channel again.
I bet this nigga don't even have insurance. And what I'm saying is that
Girl,
nigga, if you drop dead tomorrow, because see, and then it's a whole bunch of fake shit. It ain't just him. He can exist. A fake nigga can exist because he put himself around fakeness. But at the
right?
nigga, you drop dead tomorrow, I'm still gonna look at you like a fake ass nigga. Ain't no switching up. Ain't gonna be your legacy is gonna be you was a whole ass nigga that
Mm-hmm.
tried to triangulate women against women. Ain't nobody gonna be sad, none of that shit, because that's the legacy that you have created. This is
Mm-hmm.
what your great great grandchildren they gonna be able to one day. It's gonna be a database with all our names in it, and they gonna be able to type your name in it, and this is the shit that they gonna see.
And see you screaming and hollering at women online because you don't like a choice that they made, a decision that they made about their own motherfucking life, about some shit that they said about you. This is how insane you are when you really break it all the way the fuck down.
Take it alive.
Somebody says something about you, you don't like it, you lose your fucking mind. Where on planet Earth does that make sense for an adult
It ain't
person?
that nobody just say
Don't make
something
sense.
about him. What I heard in the live, I think it was Meek Mob's live, and notice he always hating on beautiful girls. Like I don't know what them girls got going on, and to
You
be
know what it is? Because
I don't give
he
a fuck.
probably be
Like
low key trying to kick it to them, and they don't like, you know what I mean? They don't really respond in the way he thinks that that shit that he do, that old talk, slick talking, and all that bullshit is supposed to work on every
we,
fucking body,
we
and
been
when
hear
it
that
don't, he
shit
get pissed
day
off.
in, day out, especially if you a woman about something and you look about something. Or hell, not even that. Every woman. Like niggas will say anything. Like that ain't you ain't doing shit. You ain't
Mm-mm.
doing, and it's obvious with your whole life. Like what it, nigga, you don't want to go to the bar or nothing. You don't want to go take nobody out.
Nigga, you don't want to go touch on nobody or rub on a bitch? Like, damn,
Right, rub
the
on.
fuck is wrong with you? I cannot understand niggas that act like that. What's wrong, mama?
But then again, what woman about something would even want his motherfucking ass? That's the thing. But it's like you really out here trying to compete with these girls and these
Mm-hmm.
women, and you mad. It's the same shit all the time. It ain't even. I heard a girl say, I didn't even say anything about him. I just left. I just went to somebody else's chat and I was
Mm-hmm.
chilling. I didn't say shit about. It's the same thing. That's what everybody has went through. You can leave peacefully. You can leave quiet. You might as well cuss his ass out. You might as well
You
because he
might as
gonna
well.
talk shit regardless.
You might as well
This
because that's
is hurt.
he gonna figure out a way to try to come at your neck and gonna try to justify it. And I heard them saying, oh, well, when we was over there, not them. I heard one lady saying, we thought he was valid because, we thought he's just responded. And when I said that, when
I
she
heard
said
that
that, I
too.
was like, wow. I remember thinking that. I
Same
remember
feeling
feeling
felt.
like that. Like this nigga, I mean, he just responding to these people the whole time. He was out in the YouTube streets, as they call it, wreaking havoc, then
Right.
coming back, then coming back. Like he ain't did shit. Oh, they messing with me, they bothering me. Nigga, no, you been out here act like a fucking maniac.
And one girl was like, we can see, we can understand one time, you get in
Exactly.
because some of these women they aggressive as fuck. You give what you get. So we all understand that and we respect that. But damn,
Mhm.
at some point, if it's every single person that you fall out with,
Everybody.
every woman, like at what point do you look in the mirror and take some perspective and be like, God damn, I need to work on
At
my
no point. He's
personal
not going. He don't give a
relationships. Like
fuck about that. At no point is that going to ever happen. That's never
then
going to happen.
and say the same shit over
Over and over
and
and over again.
over and over
And
again.
I dropped
It's
the emails, and I got the recordings. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Sit your weird ass down some motherfucking where. You said, who do you think you work for CNN or something? Don't nobody care. But you act like you doing a special expose, like you about to get paid for this shit. You is weird as fuck. Anybody that get that hype and that invested over spilling tea is something is wrong. Any man, I'm gonna say, any person that calls himself a man and sits up and I'm gonna tell this and nigga, you all credibility you got in life goes out the fucking window. You
out
did.
the window in life. In life, like dude, like the same shit. That's what be killing me. It's the same mo. Like he don't even switch up sands or anything.
No,
And I understand how like it might be new people
feel
that
better.
come in, and it's like I guess he think it's a big deal because people will watch you
Okay,
talk
just relax.
shit. Anybody will watch somebody talk shit like that.
Mhm.
People think that's entertainment. That doesn't mean that they fuck with you.
Mm-mm.
That don't mean that they respect you. And that's what he's looking for. He come to YouTube to get validated. And anytime he gets some real ones or somebody that's about something around him, you
Mhm.
fuck up the relationship. And then you get
Mhm.
jealous because they leave you and go prosper.
Oh, that's why he mad at Kimmy. For all of y'all that's wondering, that's over there at the Mo 3 Sexual, I don't know if any of y'all are in here, right? But the reason why he despises Kimmy the way he does is because he really did believe that he was gonna make Kimmy. And what happened was Kimmy blew the fuck up without him. Was getting way better. As soon as she left that channel, she got way better
And
numbers.
could have did it with them or
I mean,
without them.
and I don't mean like a little bit better. I mean way better,
He ain't never seen before.
way better numbers. So he was devastated. He was literally devastated, and that's why he don't like her. And he ain't gonna never like her for that.
Anytime, it doesn't matter. It could be the smallest numbers to the biggest numbers. This
Hmm.
he act like these women are his number one competitors in life. Goddamn it, this nigga be acting like he out here trying out for the Olympic gold or some shit. Like nigga,
The
you are
Olympic
bored.
goal of being the baddest bitch. Didn't I tell you this?
Yeah,
He think he is the baddest. He can tell by the way he speak. I noticed he was saying something today. I've noticed a few times, not just today. I've noticed a few times that when he speaks, you can tell like he acts like this is like kind of like this is his show, so to speak. And he really doesn't understand how much of a supporting character he is
right.
in these sectors. You know what I mean? They only you are the useful dummy.
The
You are the useful idiot. It's you. It ain't everybody else. I'm not saying that there aren't other useful idiots out here, but you are the main one. Because anytime something goes wrong with anyone, and I'm not trying to bring up nobody's name and nothing
don't
crazy like
know,
that.
but none of them even trying
If
to.
I was going through some shit right now, she calls ZX. Guess what he would do?
Oh yeah, he'll
Run
lick
right to
her
the
ass.
fucking lick. He gonna lick.
The
He gonna
person
split it
he's
and
doing
lick
that
it.
now.
Drool all in it. He gonna go crazy because that's the type of shit he on. And as soon as she do something, say something he don't like, she's all kind of itches and this and that and the other thing. And the reality of the situation is, nigga, you the
You
bitch.
got used, right?
You the bitch, and you got played. You get played
Use you
every.
and
You
shit
so mad
will.
because of what Candy and Beasley did to you years ago. You are devastated
Still hurt.
still because of that shit. And you know what? You fucking should be, cause ain't no motherfucking way in hell you supposed to come on the internet and let internet trolls ruin your real
Mm.
fucking life.
And told
That's
you it was wrong.
reckless. From a bed. You hear me? From a bed, on a laptop, on a motherfucking bed, in a wheelchair at that. Are you serious? You gotta be shitting me.
Can
You
play
gotta
the
be
fiddle like
shitting
a
me.
fiddle, and he really be talking all that big shit, be so aggressive, and it's like, Negro, if somebody just really wanted to fuck his ass over, you could do it every time. Like,
Wait a minute. Hold on, Nick. Meow meow. What you mean he mad at Kimmy over $50? Explain that, please, because I know it cannot be the $50 or any monies that he gave to her. It can't be that. It can't be that he owed to
remember
her.
he tried to blackmail her.
Well, yeah, but that was for 80 though, wasn't it, or some shit like that? He tried to exploit her for
Something
the
else will
money.
happen.
That nigga's a lunatic.
That he always trying to exploit some shit or whatever. You know, that nigga he need help paying his water bill. You know, that nigga
Mm.
got taxes and liens and shit or whatever. He's trying to get every dime he can get, goddamn it. But this nigga just jealous. He's jealous hearted and it's crazy. It's to me, it's like you don't feel it's like you have no choice but to look at his ass sideways because it's like woman after woman after woman. At what point are you not gonna feel weird about this shit? Like you in the arena and like Jackie always say, trying to be the baddest bitch. Always trying to be the baddest bitch or whatever, but you don't never go this hard at men. He won't even put himself in a situation.
He better the fuck not, because whoever it was that beat your motherfucking car up is coming to beat your ass the next time. They beat the
What
shit
happened
out
with his
that fucking
car?
car.
Hold
You
on,
go
wait a
on
minute.
his page. Go. Don't even ask me no questions. Go to the page. It's
Okay,
the
hold
he
on.
put the shit. You
Go
know the
ahead.
nigga weak and whack as fuck. So you know he posted the video. Why the fuck would you post a video of somebody vandalized after they vandalized your car? Like you doing something. They're letting you know this is how close you can get to getting fucked up. You so damn dumb that you don't see that. You're weird. You keep on. You keep right the fuck on, and they gonna beat your motherfucking ass like they beat that car up. And that's exactly what they gonna do. They're gonna whoop your ass. What's the matter with you, eye Papa? Come here. Sorry, y'all.
Hold on. How long ago was it? What's up, Octavius? What's up, Miss Young Sniper? How y'all doing?
No, when you go to his page in his shorts, he only got two there,
Oh,
and
it's
they
in
right
sports.
there. Yeah, it's right there in his shorts.
Hold on, talk. I gotta see this shit.
Oh, Miss Young Sniper, they tried to take his car. I don't know what they did to that, but I know they beat that bitch. They beat that motherfucking car up. I know that goddamn much, and I know if it was me, I would have been saying, if I was online popping as much shit as he do, right? And somebody came to my crib and whooped my car's ass, I'm gonna pipe the fuck down, because you don't know what's coming after that. Come on, man. People like to play with fire and shit. See, that shit is weird to me. I don't understand that kind of stupid shit. That nigga need to sit his older than dirt, dusty ass down some motherfucking where and stop being in these. You go over there and hang like trying to fuck with these young ass people. They not trying to listen to you. They not trying to fuck with you like that. All of this shit on this shit is short lived. The only person who don't get that is your weird goofy ass. So fucking stupid with your dumb ass sitting up screaming and hollering about people about mod sticks and shit. You have to be the dumbest ass in captivity. I promise to God you are. Because there's no way I'm gonna be strong and wrong on the internet like that. It's no way. That's crazy shit. That's just crazy shit. And you all right with it. You all right. Bust your windows out. Like, come on, man. Damn. Imagine if that was you. Just imagine for a split second. I know I could tell you this much right now. I would have loved to see, and God forgive me, but Lord, you know my heart. Um, I would have loved to see somebody whoop your ass like that. I don't want you to die or no shit like that, but I do believe you need a swift punch in your
Hold
motherfucking
on.
mouth.
Hold
Probably
on. Well,
several.
Jackie, you already know when I when I talked to you earlier, as soon as I heard about this nigga, I was like, God damn, it took me like 10 seconds to wonder, like, damn, I thought this nigga was dead. For some reason,
Child.
I had
Child.
to remind myself that this motherfucker is still alive. Like, nigga, hold on, wait a minute. They done beat his girl. Like, I thought you was joking. They beat
No, they beat the shit out of his car. They whooped his car ass. They was letting him know, nigga, this could be you. Play with it. This
hell.
could definitely be you.
Now, mind you, the car didn't work no motherfucking way. He fucked that car up a couple of years ago. Like, don't let that fool you. But the reason why he went live on that shit, because the nigga was trying to get sympathy. When I tell you this
Hmm.
motherfucker is living
Oh,
cash
he
out
has
to
no
cash,
bounds. He has no. He
he ain't
has
even
no
living
lows.
paycheck to paycheck. This nigga living cash out to cash out. Goddamn it, he needed some Newports and something to eat that motherfucking night. Like that. That's why he posted that shit. Because how you got cameras and shit, and you got all these old school antique pistols and shit, and people still keep coming to your house fucking shit up, and ain't no consequences and repercussions.
Right.
How that keep happening? Ain't no motherfucking way. That's why I don't fuck around with this bullshit. Because, like, if you really gonna be about that, you need to be about that life. Like, I don't fuck around like that because I know what I'm really capable of. I'd have been waiting on my motherfucking porch. I'd have still been sitting on the porch waiting on the motherfucker to come. Like, nigga, they is playing with you, and that's what you understand. That's why you end up looking stupid. Like, that shit might impress all that aggressive talk and loud talking. That shit might impress these slow motherfuckers. But that's really about something. Like, nigga, like, ain't no motherfucking way that shit. People should even know not to even try you like that.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you supposed to be the hood. Like, you that nigga, right? According to you, right? If I would just use your fucking whatever the fuck this persona you done built up, right? You that nigga in Philly. You that man. So you mean to tell me a motherfucker can roll up on your block, whoop your car's ass in front of your motherfucking house, and nobody do nothing? But you the man? Get the fuck out of here. You sound stupid. Your shit don't even line up. Your math ain't math, son. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Ain't none of that shit mouthing. Like, you can sit here and get drunk off these views if you want to, which don't amount to shit. Like, there's dogs out here kicking your ass. But, like, nigga, like, people come into your house and violating you, and you huffing and puffing, and that's it. Like, that's how you should know that people don't take you serious. People play with you.
Go right now. You got your testimony. Go ahead.
People
I'm
play
sorry.
with you. You just are old. And then I don't know who page it was on, but when I was trying to see what he was talking about, it was other videos that popped up, and it was about 10 or 12 videos of motherfuckers making fun of you. And I saw this dude's face, and it's like, nigga, you don't sit here and let YouTube age your motherfucking ass like that. I tell you, this nigga his cheeks was sitting on his damn jawbone. Like, what the fuck? Like, sir, this shit stressing you the fuck out. Like, for your health and your sake, for your daughter's sake, go find you something to do because you're bored. You're bored.
Is he that? He's bored?
It don't nothing. It ain't. Like, if this is what you get satisfaction out of, you're in a very low place in life. And I can say that because when I was over there, I was in a low place in life.
That's what I was saying before. Exactly. Yeah.
I can say that. Like, now, I couldn't sit with you. I couldn't sit with a nigga like you.
It burns my soul to even hear his voice. Like, it's just annoying at this. Like when I have to try to listen to him, it's just like, oh, why am I'm not doing this. I'll go to other people's shit and listen to their shit.
When we was over there, you was like, I just can't sit there. I can't fuck around like that or whatever because it don't make no sense. And it's one thing, we all get caught up. It's easy to get caught up in YouTube. People say, try you try them, like, fuck it, goddamn it, we going to war. But after so long, it's like, is this what you get off on? Like, is this what you need to make you feel good about yourself? Because this shit don't make me feel good. It don't make me feel good. Like, I'd be embarrassed just to even say I used to fuck with you. Like, so, but you still, same bullshit, same lies, same strategy. Anytime a girl leave or whatever, then you start trying to put women against each other, women that you don't even fuck with. I heard him try to put Mink Mob against Fight, and then I listened to Mink Mob like, I love Fight. Like, niggas, like, stop playing. Like, stop with the same old bullshit. Just because if a motherfucker don't want to deal with you no more, then you should respect that. You want to go out here and try to make them look bad and run narratives.
But see, the thing is, sorry, Nick, go ahead, finish.
It's the same old shit. Like, we done all seen it, but it's like, after so long, like, I guess you can run that on the new folks. But let me tell y'all this. I've had discussions with this motherfucker, countless discussions. And really what it is that he thinks y'all are dumb. But that's why you can't listen to what a person says. I don't care how much theatrics he give your ass, how much emotion he's an emotional ass nigga, but an emotional ass nigga is an unstable ass nigga. Unstable ass nigga is a unsafe ass nigga. You can't be around this motherfucker. He will talk this gangster shit and then dock somebody. And when he sees some gangster shit, now all of a sudden they a bad person. Nigga, pick a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
What side do you, nigga? You pick a side. You always trying to get somebody else to pick a side on some old coat shit. But at the end of the day, he think the viewers are stupid. And I'm not saying that because I'm just trying to talk shit. No, he really think y'all stupid. He knows that if he talk shit about somebody y'all don't like, or if he flip on somebody, or if he do some doxing, then y'all gonna give him some attention. Like, and that's why I think it's weak as fuck. Like, you run over to a person you that ain't shit, but you'll run over there or whatever because he talking a shit about the person that you don't like today. Knowing damn well that he's going in on Mink Mob now, whatever. But if Mink Mob was to let him on her platform tomorrow, whatever, this nigga be kissing her ass. We all know that. We all know that. He do it over and he will do and say anything to stay relevant. And like,
yeah, I
can't give nobody no respect. I can't give nobody like that. No respect, none. And then what kill you try to go in on people like you got some principles and morals and you done sold all of them.
I just want him to spell it. He can't spell neither one of them words. I can guarantee it.
No morals, nigga. Spell that shit.
Neither nor. He can't spell nay one of them. So I know if you can't spell it, you don't definitions, none of that shit, sir. Just sit your weird ass down somewhere. So somebody knock you upside your motherfucking head. Because that's what you cruising for, bruising, nigga. I've been telling you that for a long time. You better believe my report. That car was your warning. When they whooped that car's ass, that was them letting you know your
that's
ass is
happen to you when they catch your ass slipping. And we know what's gonna come because that's what you put out here. That's what you put out here. Even if he telling the truth about some shit, you still can't respect that shit because you know he'll flip on it. You know he'll flip on
anything. He'll flip. He'll whatever move. That's why I'm saying he's literally the baddest bitch because he does bitch shit.
I've never seen. I expect this type of jealousy from other chicks. Like women don't even give each other this type of jealousy. Like this nigga is whoever.
This old young lady.
What happened?
This old young lady, this young old lady, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's not a man. That's not, men don't behave like that. He is a male. He has the anatomy. I would assume.
Mad when people chastise his manhood. That's why.
And but that's not the only reason why. You know, the other reason why is because that dick don't work.
Oh.
Stop going out here telling them people that you slinging dick, nigga. You know you ain't sling your dick. Don't work.
No, he ain't.
Don't nobody want that old shriveled up piece of shit. If you don't sit the fuck down, everybody knows that diabetic men do not get hard. You are not exempt, nigga. You got that shit don't. While you talking about everybody else and their sex life and this, that, and other thing, when the last time you had some pussy? I bet you if you was getting some pussy regular, your dusty black ass wouldn't be on the motherfucking internet all goddamn day screaming and hollering at other women. You know why? Because you be knee deep in that pussy. But because you ain't getting no pussy, you got to be on here hollering at the pussy because you're mad. You're angry at the coochie because you can't get it. What happened to that old ass lady you had over there laying up in your crib when I told you you was a miserable old bitch? As you laying up with some random ass woman for a couple months, you weak ass, whack ass nigga. It's not a motherfucker on the internet, no on the planet that could tell me some shit like that and have me out of my character. You was a weak nigga. You was a weak nigga. You had that woman over there trying to prove a point so fucking hard, and where's she at now? Right with the rest of them, not fucking with you.
And then he'll sit there and put these chicks on camera, and or we can hear them. But it's like we can even hear by the tone of her voice, she don't fuck with you. He's not a good reader. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. Like you out here trying to compete in the world of one. You're not finna out woman no woman. Like we can sense shit from each other. We can
That's
see when you just a plate, when you trying to be used, when you just troll food, when you just a nigga to get back like that. But that's why a motherfucker don't want to stay around him in no areas of life, nigga. Your mama barely fuck with you. Your mama barely fuck with you, and you know that to be true.
Oh, dang.
You out here trying to talk about people's weight.
Whose weight was he talking about?
It was some I heard on the Mink Mom's video. It was some lady. I can excuse me. I don't know everybody's name. I'm not familiar with everybody, so it's no disrespect. But it was somebody he was trying to talk about weight and I think it might have been her a surgery or some shit or whatever. But whatever the case may be, like nigga,
She could afford it.
shit?
How about that?
Why you
She
talking
could
about
afford it. You can't even afford to pay your motherfucking water bill. So how the fuck you gonna pop shit to somebody else for being able to afford to do a surgery that they wanted to do for themselves?
Like that might impress people that's in the same situation you in, but those that can afford some shit or whatever, like nigga, what is you talking about? You talking about somebody having to do surgery and you can't even pay your water bill? You and please believe I checked before I came on here. That water bill still due, nigga.
That's pathetic.
Taxes still due, nigga.
That is pathetic. You ought to be ashamed, but you ain't.
But you want to come on here and act like you got some morals, some principles, some decency, like you got some manhood, some anything. Like, nigga, you 2 cash apps away from being in the projects with your mama. Like, just keep this shit 1,000.
Okay, the Meow Meow said it was a BBL that Mink Mom had, and he showed her pics.
But whatever the case may be, it's out of his tax bracket.
Exactly.
Whatever.
You can't get a BBL. Nigga, you want a BBL? Is that what you want? Is you want a Brazilian butt lift so you can really be the baddest bitch for real?
Want to be the baddest bitch.
Because I think that might be why you really mad at her. Because you get mad at them ladies when they pretty like that and don't want to talk to you, don't want to fuck with you. You get mad at them because you think you was living in your glory when that dick used to get hard. Remember that back in the day when you used to get hard? You could get hard, but you still couldn't make no motherfucking babies, nigga. You always out here talking about other motherfuckers and what they can reproduce. What have you reproduced? Let's talk about that.
Whatever he tried to reproduce.
Let's talk about your fucking rancid ass penis. Let's talk about that, nigga. You want to talk about these women who can't have babies? You ain't had but one.
And she didn't want to have
one. Exactly. You barely had that one.
And you slapped up against the wall, didn't you, nigga? Don't make me pull out these receipts again. But see, he ain't gonna fuck with me because he know I take pages in monetization. If y'all didn't know, if you didn't know, I know it still hurt. You know, he know who's fuck wittable and who ain't. Goddamn it, I ain't finna argue. Back and forth. And please believe, I got 0 strikes. Goddamn it, if I'm trying to get you, I'm gonna get you. Understand
Who's the owner or operator of their own truck? Mink? Meow?
Oh, he real mad. He real mad because didn't
he? Oh yeah, that's the case. And he's a jealous, hating ass bitch. Yeah, because that kind of shit will fuck him up.
Yeah, because ain't that your field? And you got a whole girl out here outdoing you on YouTube and in real life. Oh, he big man. He big man. But it's to be expected. It's like you ought to be shaming yourself for even having to be out in the same arena.
And he out here talking shit about that girl. See, this is where your shit don't never line up. See how your common sense don't be common sense? How you gonna talk shit about this woman right now? You talking shit about her right now. She's the owner operator of her own truck. She's 35 years old. You said, I believe you said she had an exorbitant amount of charges or whatever in her past. She had all that, overcame all of that, right? And still became the owner and operator of her own truck. You're a hating ass nigga. You a hater. You a fucking hater. You in real life. Not on the internet. In real life, she eating your motherfucking ass up. You's a whack
on YouTube.
Nigga.
I looked at her views and then looked at his views. Nigga, you still losing. You still losing.
Peace, hello. I think that's a cold piece.
That's what he be mad at.
That's a shame. That's sad. You need to get your shit together, fam. Why don't you just, you know, I don't give a fuck what you do. Why don't you just leave them fucking girls alone? Why don't you do that? Why don't you leave these women on the internet? Why don't you go fuck with some niggas?
Nigga said he gonna win something. He gonna, even if it's against some girls, even if it's against people that's a third of his age. Goddamn it, he say he gonna
Mm,
win something.
that's sad. That is really sad. You need to get your life in order,
He want a
fam.
participation award in life.
Or something, right?
What
Wow.
your social security statement say?
Mm.
Have you even put in the system? What your
T
leg?
Black, why don't you come up here and give us an update? Because you know we don't fuck with that nigga like that. So I don't know all that be going on. This is just something
I
we
don't
caught
know shit.
today.
Don't give a fuck. All I know is that I heard the same shit that I done heard 2, 3, 4, 5.
Girl, that shit was like, I mean, when they was talking, I was like, wow, this
Yeah,
is
re-
very familiar.
that
Pretty
shit was
damn
like
familiar.
listening to Deja Vu all over again.
Child, like,
Oh, you
oh,
left? He mad. Okay, I get it. It don't even matter what the details is, nigga.
they
It's the same
don't.
MO.
They don't. That's
Same
the sad
MO.
part. It never matters what the reason. That's the thing he don't understand. Your reason don't matter. You just the same nigga all day, every day. You ain't gonna never change. You just can't help yourself.
And the thing about it is, like, I really like I don't, and it's not even that I'm even mad at this motherfucker because I done been low. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't even
yeah,
realize it. Like
yeah.
I didn't even get that shit. I had to cut like 6 inches off my damn hair. Like
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not, I done been there. I've gotten it. I had a whole bunch of shit going on when I first came on YouTube or whatever. But
Hmm.
it's like, nigga, how long you gonna sit there?
This is what I'm saying.
How long you at some point you
Like
supposed
you're not
to
even a little
rise up
bit
and get up
uncomfortable.
out?
Yeah. Like you haven't gotten uncomfortable yet. Like this don't feel weird to you yet. Like that's crazy. As the age you are, that is something is
Okay,
very wrong with that.
right. Like you don't even feel weird. Like damn, I done fucked up with another relationship, and then and then he. That's what kills me is that he know right from wrong because he know what to say because we all try to have sympathy for a motherfucker because you feel like he being fucked with, stalked and harassed and this, that, and the other. But after girl, after girl, after girl, after girl, after woman, like goddamn, at what point do you look in the mirror and say, it's me? It's
He
something
know it's him. He don't give a fuck.
it's something I need to do. And then it's like you can be down, you keep on living, everybody gonna get there. But it's like you so comfortable in the shit that nigga, you bragging about it, and then when somebody try to leave out your space, that's down at the basement, you try to do everything you can to pull them back down with you. It's the whole like looking at you is like looking at misery loves company in
In the
reality.
flesh,
Like
right?
in the flesh, like you
Hmm.
misery that loves company, like it's like goddamn it, no, goddamn it, you can't go off and be successful without me. You can't go out and live life without me. You can't go off and do better than me. I'm finna pull you back down here. I'm finna make you look worse because I look bad. And it don't matter what you say or what you do about the next person. It's not gonna change how people look at you. How many times I gotta
Hmm.
tell your ass that?
Yeah, it's you, nigga. It's always been you. They don't. People don't like you. They tolerate you.
What's up, T Black? Tolerate.
Good
That's a
evening,
damn good
ladies.
word. Oh,
Oh God, here you go. Even nobody said do that.
I don't know why I forgot that. Like, hold on for a
Hey,
second.
Nope.
Jackie. Hey, Mama. How you doing?
I can't stand this
I'm
nigga.
gonna
I
sit
swear to
down.
God. I can't stand this nigga,
Dude
boy.
is
Oh,
a
you make me sick
joke.
of that shit.
Your boy is a joke. You
Oh,
What
here.
he
guys
been
just
doing out
looking
here, Black?
bad. What's he been doing?
I
Same old
saw. I
stuff.
caught this. I caught that mink mob thing today, just today, and I had I think it was yesterday. I was looking at something else, and I heard something about Five was supposed to have cussed him out or some shit like that, or gotten his ass or some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is he out here doing now? And he got people ready to cuss him out all over again. But then I remembered who the fuck I was talking about. Ain't no telling what the fuck he got going on out here.
He
Because the nigga's
just can't.
weird.
he can't stay out of women's business. He
He
just
can't.
keeps jumping in women's business. Then they get back on him, and then he makes a video talking about them. He never addresses anything they say, and then it's just deflection after deflection. But then he made a video tonight talking about somebody was deflecting. Like, that's all you do is deflect. Everything he says is about somebody else when they're all he's trying to do is just stop looking at me, look at them. Don't look at
Yeah.
me, look at them. We know what he's doing, but he thinks like I think Nikki said it earlier. He thinks everybody's stupid. So he thinks that we don't know what he's doing, and then he'll call other people manipulators and say other people are just out to get. He tried to say that VS was a manipulator and she was trying to use people to get money and build her channel. That's what he does.
So do VS?
That's what all YouTubers are doing, though, Black. This is what I'm saying. If you on YouTube and you got a channel, of course you're trying to build your channel and get subscribers and people to donate. What the fuck is you on here for? If you're not trying to do that,
he's dishonest about it, though.
This is what exactly.
He doesn't he doesn't just do his just put up his content and then put his Cash App up. He tries to get you to buy a membership for $10 a month for what? It's never on private. There's never any special content. It's just him talking shit every day.
He's never going to do that.
That's
he's never going to do that because he gotta be seen and heard. So he's not doing shit in private. You can that.
Right.
when we were over there, we told him, if you lock this down and put it on private, you kill all of your new subscriptions and new members because nobody can get in here. It's all private. So it didn't make any sense to do it. Then he didn't do it. Now he's trying to talk about it again. He's not going to do it because he didn't do it when we were there.
That following, you don't really have people that fuck with you. That's when you can sit there and do that type of shit. Like people just like to hear you talk shit. That's it. You talking shit about the person that they hate.
But nigga, ain't nobody gonna pay you for that shit. You
ain't nobody gonna pay you for that shit. Like people ain't riding for your ass no more. Anytime he gets somebody over there that really ride for his ass, he fuck it up out of jealousy.
Well, he told them today. He told them y'all wasn't shit for real. Y'all was just my moderators. Y'all wasn't riders. Y'all wasn't riders. Guess what, nigga? You don't have no riders over there no more.
If you two weren't riders, then nobody that is ever been over there has been a rider.
Exactly. That's a sad thing, but yeah.
I mean, and then because I remember when Mink Mob started coming around him, I predicted it at that moment. And anytime soon, he's going to be going right at her. He'll be calling her all kinds of the same shit he calls every other woman. Just give it time. Here he is. He's doing it now. He did it with Phi Babe.
That she didn't really have nothing against him. She just stopped fucking with him. Like, now I didn't watch the whole thing or whatever, but to me, it's the same thing over and over again. You just back off from his ass, and then he try to make you content. Like,
right. And then when you back off from him and don't say anything, he gets mad. But then when he backs off from you and he doesn't say anything, and you say something to him about it, then he gets, oh, why are you mad about it? Why can't you just walk away? Why you got to say something about it?
That's his favorite shit, Black. That's his favorite shit. That nigga's a walking contradiction, for real.
Yep.
Who do he back off and don't say shit about? Because
nobody. He'll take your wrench. He'll take your wrench, won't say anything. Then you come back, and if you say anything about your wrench being taken, then he'll make it about the wrench.
Right.
It's not about the wrench. You gave them the wrench. They didn't ask you for it.
Never.
You took it away and didn't say anything. Of course they're going to ask you what happened to my wrench. Oh, you making it about a wrench. You care about a wrench. They don't care about the wrench. The whole wrench was a gesture from the content creator. Here, I trust you to have this wrench. When you take it back, you say, I don't trust you anymore.
He uses it as a leash. And that's what I used to tell him when we was over there. Anytime he don't have shit to talk about or people ignoring his ass, then he started looking at his mods and he started fucking with them. And he started playing little games. Oh, somebody deleting comments and this, that, and the other. Nigga, wasn't nobody deleting comments. And you know that shit. And then especially now that I do lives or whatever, I see that YouTube blocks certain shit. And then you have to go in and approve this shit. I don't know if he was just trying to find something to talk some shit about, or if he didn't know how to go about doing it. But he did several lives on just his own minds. Like, nigga, you'll flip on any damn body just for some attention.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then make it, and then try to say they did it.
Don't nobody really respect that shit. It might be something to watch at the time. You laugh at some shit because you don't like a motherfucker, but at the end of the day, nigga, ain't nobody respecting you on that shit. You just look like an old hoe ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody respects him. He doesn't get that. His biggest thing is he's always talking about respect. I got to get my respect. You don't earn respect.
Right.
You just earn disrespect, and that's what you get.
He don't present
you can't
anything
force anyone to respect you, you fucking old dickhead. Either people are going to respect you or they're fucking not. And guess what? Nobody fucking respects you. And it's not motherfucking thing you can do to change that. Not nothing. You will never get the respect. Never. You blew it for yourself. You did that. Nobody did that to you. Nobody did that for you. You fucked yourself in the ass, and now you mad because you played your motherfucking self. So now you think you can go out and do all the shit that was done to you to everybody else. The only difference is other people don't give a fuck because they were living their real, authentic life. You were out here lying about your status in life. You were out here lying about what you had and didn't have. And when they blew your ass out the water, they blew you all the way the fuck out the water. And you handed them you say they doxed you. Nobody had to dox you. You put all your fucking information out there for everybody to see. You did that.
Trying to stun in front, and it was all lies.
Did you guys see him play himself with Peeper Game?
What happened?
What happened with that?
So Peeper Game pulled a troll move. He was doing something back and forth with Kimmy, and he put up this fake profile that wasn't him, and it turned out to be like a sex offender. And ZX heard about it, and he immediately went live, and he was, I'm not gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna hold back on you, Peeper. We're gonna find out about you. He just immediately believed it. And most of us were like, this whole thing seems kind of weird. So we're just gonna wait it out and see what happens. But then the more it kept playing out, the more obvious to people who are trolls or people who understand trolling, they knew what it was. His ass eventually had to apologize. He ended up making a video apologizing to Peeper Game, but it's like you wouldn't have had to apologize if you just kept your fucking mouth shut and stayed out of it and didn't try to and jump out the window and like, oh, I've got some juicy news I got to come out here and put out. Like, dude, you're wrong. You look stupid.
But he's so thirsty. He's so thirsty.
But he calls everybody else thirsty.
No, he don't.
Yeah, everybody else is thirsty. They want his attention. Nobody gives a fuck about. He's not clout. Nobody wants his attention. Like there's nothing that anybody can get from him that will propel their channel high.
This is our fault.
That's why I have to
I can't even get. This is our fault. We made this motherfucking monster.
No,
we really made this motherfucking monster for real.
He actually. It's not you because you guys kept him at bay. What really turned him into who he is now? Well, because this is who he was anyway. But what brought it out was Suge when he made the Leg Up video compilation.
Oh my God.
That's where it started. Because once the gay accusation started,
I will say this till I leave the earth. You hear me that night when you did that shit? I promise to God, I was sitting on my phone. I said to myself, what the fuck is you doing that?
Who the fuck
is you? You want these people to talk about you. You got to.
But the crazy thing is,
bug had bit him then, and that shit hurt his ego.
Right.
That shit hurt him to his motherfucking heart. But see, he ain't never win that shit. The way he.
But think about it. Think about it deeper, because I thought about this the other day. He made that video, and his excuse for making that video is, I was showing what the woman was doing in the pictures that she sent me. Okay, a straight man is not going to get pictures from a woman that is attracted to him and make fun of it.
Right.
That's some weird shit.
He was popping his pussy. He had that leg throwed up. I said, ooh, at 50-something years old, you still cock that leg up like, why do you know how to cock your leg up like that?
I don't know why he out here pretending, because he told me and several other people or whatever that the lesbian girl that he was dealing with turned his ass out. She sold him some shit that that he
Okay,
wouldn't.
so let's get into this lesbian thing. 'Cause this is where I walked into the Mink Mob live at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to remember this correctly because I said this shit in the in the chat, but I did remember when you said this, but I couldn't remember the story, right? So this is the story I remember. He walked in, the girlfriend had a lesbian friend. The lesbian was in the bed or some shit. He found them in the bed together. They tried to say it wasn't no big deal. They was just, she just spent the night, nothing, 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 right? But he was mad. Now, what is this story about? This that you talking about that the girl turned? Oh, that's the girl that used to eat his ass and shit.
Mm.
I don't think I heard this story.
That's the girl that was licking all in his cornhole and shit. Neck.
What? Like you ain't heard that story? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about him
He
getting
gets
turned
in
out by
his
a
emotions.
lesbian.
He said he was gonna marry that girl, and he found her he said he was gonna marry that girl, and he walked in on her, and she thought it was supposed to be cool, and she had a gay um man that was her best friend and wanted him to be the maid of honor, and
Oh, it's a gay man. Okay, okay, okay.
this, that, and the other. But no, it was he walked in on his girl being with a girl, and he was like, he should have known something was up because she had turned him out, showing him shit that he had never seen before. Like, look at this damn
Oh damn!
prostate gland.
Oh damn!
So
she was
that's
she
why
was
he
simulating the gland.
the way he
Ooh,
he
let me
was
find out your big grown ass was in there getting cornholed, you nasty bitch.
nigga on his knees with his ass tooted up in his
That's how you know how to toot that ass up in the air. You better pop that ass, nigga.
arrow.
Wow.
My God.
Yeah,
Toot
like
that
I told you
ass.
guys,
How you
like
get
I
so
told you
mad
guys
with
last
these
time,
fake jokes?
that dude he's been suppressing this his whole life. And
Yeah, I
because
believe
his
that too.
grandmother
At
was
this
so
point.
strong in the church, she basically tried to beat it out of him.
Mm,
But it's
Right.
always
That's
been
what it
there. He,
was.
he can't
He
hide it.
always go back to his grandmother anytime some gay shit come up. You see that the shit like if you get past the shit talking, the cussing out, the doxing, you get past all this shit and look at this shit for what it is. Like all of that makes sense.
mm-hmm.
It
Right.
really does. It makes sense. And for him to get so angry as he does, like at the end of the day, these are screens. Like you don't even know if these people is real.
This is what I'm saying. That's always been my thing. The fuck I'ma be that mad
Right.
over some niggas I ain't never seen, ain't never gonna see. You
But you
understand what
can
I mean?
point
Like
these
what the
shit
fuck
out.
is that about?
You
You
can
gonna
go
lose
watch
your whole
something
entire
else.
mind? That's crazy. Mm-mm. I can
I
see you
told him
being
that.
mad in the moment. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I can see being mad in the moment, like as a knee jerk reaction or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It just
But to
happened.
keep going and going and go, nigga, I got to be one of the nastiest motherfuckers on the planet, or used to be. I've never been
But
like.
you
I just
see,
never. When it's done, you know what I mean. Once it happened, either we gonna handle it or we gonna move around. I'm not doing all this back and forth shit forever. Nah, that's
hey,
weird to me.
Well,
Liquid, hugs to you too, love. Hugs to you.
Listen,
he
I
just
promised
he
the
re-
guy I was just thinking about you the other day. I promised I was just thinking about you. I swear
I
I
hope
was.
you're doing well. I really do. I hope all y'all doing well. Peace and love to everybody. We watch
Yup.
this shit, but and everybody, we need an escape. Life is like it's some real shit going on out here. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay to have an escape in this shit, but it's a difference between, having an escape and being addicted to this shit, to where you live and breathe. Like this nigga's whole self-esteem, his whole self-worth is involved in this shit. And you can tell
Mm.
by how he reacts to it. Like, it ain't shit y'all could say on this motherfucker that's gonna make me feel a type of way about who I am. Like, cause I was who I am before I came on this motherfucker.
This is what I'm saying.
So you
And if
60
I was a piece of shit, then that's what the fuck I was. But I'm not gonna be
and you
hiding the shit.
stand
It's
in
just who
that
the fuck
shit.
I am.
Right, because there's people out here doing better than him, standing in they fuck shit.
well, what he refused to accept is when I told him a long time ago, the internet and real life are two different worlds.
Two different worlds.
It's
That's
like
what he don't get.
he refuses to accept it. Like Jackie, I've never been to Philly. I grew up in LA. But if I went to Philly with my LA state of mind,
Right.
I probably wouldn't survive. And if somebody from there told me, like, you got to move different when you come to Philly, you can't move like you did in LA, I'd have to accept that and I have to readjust. It's the same thing with the internet in real life. You live in real life, you don't move the same way you do on the internet. And when people are telling you, you got to move different, you got to adjust to it, or you just got to dip, he won't listen to that. Like, you cannot bring your whole real life persona into this world because people will turn you into what you're into now. You had to, you got to learn how to like keep certain things away from here.
Internet done took everything from him.
Yeah, it took it off because he keeps saying in real life. This is not in real life.
It's
this
not.
Is the internet.
It's not. I don't hear none of this shit in real life. I don't be around none of these type of niggas. I don't hear none of this shit. Like,
he brings it to his real life when he starts talking about come to my house. Like, it's not about coming to your house. It's words.
Right.
These people, they haven't said anything that hurt you. And then this whole thing about like, people who are dragging children. Like, first of all, I don't know any grown men that says drag. And secondly, it's words on the internet. Nobody is hurting these kids. These kids never hear these words. They don't know this dude. They don't know any of these people that are saying it. But
and it's inappropriate. It's very inappropriate. But come on,
to get them taken away from their homes in real life.
One of the most corrupt agencies in this country, especially towards Black and brown children, to take somebody's child or children to wind up in the system. You know, I know women who have lost their children in the system due to accidents. Oh, I know a girl, her child was a baby, 2 years old. The foster father was backing out the driveway, didn't see the baby, and killed her fucking child. She never seen her child again. And this is the type of shit you want to do to somebody that you don't even fucking know because they said something that you don't like. Wow. How insane is that? How insane is that?
It is completely insane. Like, how is that not worse than talking about somebody? Like, that doesn't affect any child. Anything that anybody on the internet says does not affect any of those kids.
It doesn't. And it's like
calling somebody, calling an organization, calling an organization that all they do is take children. That's their job, to take children out of the house. You called them with the intention of having that happen. Whether or not it happened doesn't matter. The fact is, you did it. You made the phone call
because they hurt your feelings online,
right? Because they said something you didn't like when you didn't have to be here anyway. You can't handle the internet. You don't like any of the people you watch, so stop watching them.
Right.
It's not that difficult. Like, if you really can't stand it, if you can't stand it, I don't understand it. I'm confused. Okay, you're confused. You don't understand it. Then go the fuck away. You don't have to be here.
He feeds off this shit. You know, this is what makes him feel good about himself, being able to tear somebody else down. And that's my thing. It's like, how long you gonna sit in that? So you've been sitting in it so long that you don't even want to get out the shit. You love this shit and you want to pull somebody else down. Anytime you see somebody else trying to climb up out the shit, like, people might fall for the okie doke and give you a chance, and then you go out here and you fuck it up. And then now you want to pull them back down into misery with you. They're trying to do better.
Instead of letting them go.
It's not affecting anybody. All the stuff he says about all these people, it doesn't affect him. It's only hurting him and only makes him look bad.
That's what it is. Like, and that's my thing. That's why I can't take this shit seriously. Like, you either fuck with it or you don't. You don't have to comment. You don't have to support. If they don't support what you say or what they say, if you don't support what they say, then you just leave the shit alone and you go on. It's other shit. It's millions and millions and millions of channels out here. Like, if you don't fuck with it, goddamn it. But this nigga, he act like he's stuck in a box. He put himself in a box. And you can say what you want to say about my child. He don't give a fuck. I built him up so that motherfuckers like you couldn't tear him down. So, like, what do I give a fuck about some shit like that? Like, he ain't gonna listen to no shit like that. So I don't pay no attention to all of that bullshit. Like, he uses that shit as a reason to go live and to act like he is on a pedestal. Oh, I don't talk about children. You talk about their mama.
Right. And you call CPS on their mother.
Right. And you get kids taken out their damn house or whatever, and you think that's supposed to make you better. It don't make you better. And then
if a woman says something that he thinks is out of pocket, I'll smack the shit out you. Right. You're gonna hit a woman over something she said online.
Let me tell you something. I wish to God I wish, I swear for God, I wish that nigga, I promise I would tear that nigga's whole motherfucking head off. And when I tell you, I mean, I would rip his fucking skull out his, oh my God. He would never say that to nobody in their face. Never. You
No.
only this tough on the internet.
Right.
You are not this nigga in real life. Never.
It's
That's
Can't
right. Because if
nobody
he said
convince
any of
me.
this,
Oh my
if
God,
he
somebody
said
would
this to
air his
anybody in
motherfucking
their
ass
face,
out.
yeah, he'd be knocked out instantly if he said this to anybody in their face. If he said this to any woman, a lot of women could probably take him, and or if not, they just get their dude, and it's a wrap.
He
But
ain't, but
he only says this shit to people he can't do anything to.
he a little bitty nigga. Like you ain't even gotta be no real super tough ass bitch. All you gotta do is knock his old ass upside the head a couple times. What is he gonna
Right.
do?
Yeah, you
Hold
57
on,
years
wait a
old.
minute.
You're not fighting anybody.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut nobody off. I just got a message from Misunderstood that said, "Wow, hit the link. You welcome to hit the link. I don't know what I might have said. Are you?
Whatever.
I don't know. I might be reading it wrong, but hey, Misunderstood. I see you in the chat now, but
Mm.
I don't know. Y'all go ahead, but it.
Yeah, he's been riding her coattails lately too.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
He
and
always
he's been
tried somebody coattails, but he sit there and did everything he could to tear this woman down. And then when
right.
you see somebody's up, then you go back and try to kiss their ass. That's why I don't understand how you can take anything this nigga say serious. Like
Mm-mm.
show you one way. He will tear somebody down. And then as soon as it benefits him in some type of way, then he'll go kiss their ass, and then people still respect that or follow that. Like, well, I don't think nobody that respect themselves would respect some shit like that. But it's like, why would you even entertain a motherfucker like that?
Mm-mm.
Because this
Yeah,
motherfucker show you what he's about. He sit there and he go out his way to turn somebody against the next person, and then as soon as it benefits him, then he go kiss their ass and then think you're supposed to be okay with it. It goes back to what we were saying. He really think that people is stupid. Like
yeah, and he keeps saying he doesn't kiss ass. Like you kiss five
all
babes
he
ass
do is
for a
kiss ass.
year. He says that all the time. I don't kiss ass over here. That's all you do. You kiss five babes ass for a year and a half,
Nigga, you are
and
the
still
official
blames
ass
her.
kisser. Yeah, you are. He only bringing her up because she don't fuck with the nigga. And when she squealed wheels on that nigga, she broke his motherfucking heart. She hurt that
That's
nigga
what it
pride
is.
because he was so dumb, Black. He really believed that he tricked this lady into believing that he was a trustworthy nigga. That, you know what I mean? Like she knew he wasn't the shit. She
I
been
don't
knew
even
he
think
wasn't
he's
shit.
a trickster. I think he, like you said earlier, he's a usable nigga. That's just all
Mm-hmm.
it is. He ain't tricked nobody into doing shit. He's
Mm-mm.
so thirsty, you can throw his ass a bone and he gonna bite, and he gonna be a obedient ass nigga as long
Yeah.
as you patting him on his head every now and then.
And
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, he did the same thing to Five Babe that he did to you. When everything went sour, he tried to blame her. She
Right.
told me to go after these people. She sent me over there.
Oh,
I
she
tried to
booted on
protect your
this.
daughter.
Like he
Like,
ain't a
dude,
grown ass
you're
man
a grown
that's our
man.
daddy
You
age.
psychopath, yo.
You're a grown man.
And
No
y'all can
woman
tell
told you
that
to do
shit. Talking
something
about
and
some
you did
somebody
it.
wanted his ass. This nigga is like a couple of years younger than my mama. Like, stop that shit. You really try to support a motherfucker. You really try to, believe that a motherfucker. You give a person a benefit of the doubt, and then after so long or whatever, and like I said, I everybody that was around, y'all understand what I was going through. I was in a low space.
Right.
I just
Mm-hmm.
an outlet. But when you get out that shit, it's like, God damn, like nigga, like I can't even sit with you no more. Like you
Mm-mm.
feed off of this low vibrational shit. I'm all
Mm-hmm.
about like busting somebody's head that need to be bust. But at the end of the day, it's like nigga, like at some point you gotta look at it and see like it's me. Like I'm the one that's falling out with every goddamn body. I'm trying to like this nigga, he really out here competing with women.
Mm-hmm. And I
Right.
don't understand how anybody feels like they have the right, no matter what somebody is doing, to dictate how other people live their lives. That's none of your fucking business. And whatever they're doing in their life, it's their fucking business, and they gonna have to deal with the
But you can
consequences.
fuck with them or you don't, or you can go to another channel. It's
Right? You don't
millions
get to just
of
be
channels out
like,
here.
yeah, like you be wilding the fuck out with that shit. Like I don't know who the fuck told you you was judge, jury, and executioner, and you can't do shit. That's the thing. That's the word. That's the illest part of all of this.
I think it's how he was raised. I think it's what was done to
Hmm.
him, and then because he's the age that he is, I was around people that were like that. I had
Right.
family that was like that. They had to, I got to tell you about yourself. Like he
Me too.
believes that kind of stuff. So instead
Hmm.
of him understanding, like maybe I should just leave this alone, he thinks I have to say something because I have to stand up for what's right. Meanwhile,
But
he's
he
doing all
don't
kinds of
live it.
fucked up shit himself.
Right. He blinded to what the shit that he do. Like the things that you experience or whatever. Let's just say this nigga 1,000% right in everything he do. You keep on attracting this shit because that's what you deserve. You
Right. And
keep
like you
on
said, he's
attracting
not living it.
right.
Hmm.
You're not living it. So like what are you talking about? Because it's a lot of people out here, it's bigger shit going on or whatever. We got uh lots of towns out here. I know a town in my state that just made $1 billion deal with a dealership with a car company or whatever, and now like they fighting to not get annexed with another town over or whatever to keep that money. Like so, like if you really about righteousness or whatever, why you ain't out here trying to fight with these men that's being harassed about their land and shit?
Mm.
If you really about black excellence or whatever, why you ain't out here trying to fight with these men that's getting all kind of racist threats and this, that, and the other? You got kids out here getting shot in the back of the head or whatever. You
Mm.
go down
Mm.
2 blocks in
God
your
bless that
own
child.
goddamn city and see zombies walking around. You ain't trying to do shit about that, but then you want to sit here and try to act like you this big nigga and you a respectful motherfucker because you on YouTube going at women when you got bullshit going on in your own goddamn state. Like,
Well,
Hmm.
that's because he wants to contribute to it. I'll
right.
smack the shit out you. Come and
Hmm.
stand, ring my doorbell, stand there, and I'm gonna help you out.
But see, this
I'm gonna put
is
a
shut the
bullet in
fuck
you,
up,
son.
Black.
Meanwhile,
Like,
shit keep getting fucked up at his
But
house.
this is the shit that I don't understand, right? Who the fuck is going to stand there and let you smack him in the face? Where the fuck do you think? Where are
well,
you going?
one person did, and he didn't do it.
Hmm.
Mm. Nikki. Mm.
Somebody came to his
Right.
door, rang the doorbell, and she stood there.
She sure.
She sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not
And
saying
they
he should
still
have done
happy.
anything, but he didn't do what he said he would do if you
No,
showed
he
up,
did not.
rang his doorbell, and stood there. He told
But
Jim,
he,
I'll give you
Well, as a
$200
person,
or some shit like that if you come and stand here and ring my doorbell. Okay, Cookie did it. Where's her $200?
and it took him a whole 2 minutes to get his ass downstairs at the door.
two,
That's what I was saying.
122. That nigga was scared to death. I bet you he went to every window in that motherfucking house to see what was out that door. He was
Oh,
scared
I
out of
ain't
his
got no
fucking
problem
mind.
seeing it. I was scared for his ass. I was over
oh, and
there
they
again, goddamn it. I was scared for his ass.
they
And that
squashed
nigga
it, by the way.
called me before he went to the door. That nigga took
Yeah, what's really good with that, Black?
Yeah, they squashed it. They haven't been saying anything about each other since then. So
Mm.
they got, it was weird because
Well, the thing
it was
about it is they
Cookie was
should
on
have been
VS's
in it.
Cookie was on VS's panel, and he showed up out of nowhere and hit the panel and interrupted what their conversation was about to ask Cookie to basically come to his platform so they could squash it.
Oh,
And
he
then
did.
she did, and then they squashed it. So that's water under the bridge now. For now, until
Whatever the
he
case
fucks
may
up,
be, you know,
until
Cookie
he
be on
fucks up and does
Scorpio
something
shit.
stupid.
Right. And that's the thing about it. That's why you can't get caught up in none of this shit. Just watch how it play up. Watch how it play out or whatever. Because any at the end of the day, he gonna find a way to fuck that up. And it's gonna be the same old shit again. But at the end of the day, like Cookie ain't stupid. She know what the hell she dealing
No,
with.
she's not stupid. She's far
And
from stupid.
yeah, she ain't stupid at all. So like whatever the case may be, you just sit there and watch. That's why I tell viewers, like, don't get too caught up in this damn shit. Like, don't start sitting there hating. Like, people know me because being over there or whatever, but that a lot of that shit was hyped up. It was
Yeah,
hyped up
this is
because when
interactive. It's interactive TV. Like
yeah, that's what
you
it
can
is.
watch it. It's entertainment, but you can interact with it. You can
Right,
talk to the characters of the shows that you like. That's the difference. But at the same
right.
time, if you don't look at it that way, you can get wrapped up in it, and then you put your life in it, and then all kinds of problems happen. But you just got to learn to distance
Right.
yourself. This is just TV. That's
You
all it
gotta
is.
learn when to sit back and when to hold them and when to fold them because it's like
Yep.
this shit will tear you up, but it's the same. It's real life crabs in a bucket playing out. Like he ain't got shit. He don't want nobody else to have shit.
Right.
So it's like, how many times are you gonna play into that? But most people they see what it is, and I'm be honest, a lot of people seen it before we did, but he ain't nothing like what he used to. What how he portrayed himself to be. But people are seeing what it is or whatever, and it's like you can't get mad at nobody because they seen. That you just a fuck ass nigga. Like you can't get mad at nobody because they don't want to fuck with you no more because you be on
Right.
bullshit.
It's because he lives in delusion. He can't see he can't see himself the way other people see him. He thinks I'm living in this facade, and this is the way I am, and this is the image that I have of myself, and this is what I'm going to put out to everybody else. But everybody else sees through it. They look behind the curtain. We can see it's a dude at a control deck. He's not really the Wizard of Oz. He's just some man sitting at a desk. We know who
Some
he is,
little sawed off ass
but
nigga with a big head and no neck.
yeah, we know who he is. Like we see through it, and anybody that sees through him and sees him for who he is, he doesn't want to talk to him. He doesn't want them around him.
Right.
He only wants people around him he can manipulate, and then he'll
Yeah.
just keep spinning his stories and deflecting and talking about other people to get the people that are over there that actually believe it to continue to stay there and give him money for nothing, because all he's really doing is just adding to the negativity. Like he wants to talk all this. I'm for black people. You don't give a fuck about black people.
We
You're
don't give
adding
a
to the
fuck.
problem. You're talking about killing them. You're talking about beating them up. You're the same thing. You're calling black women nigga bitches. Like
And
you're
that's
saying
what it
all this
was.
stupid shit.
If he
Is
was
that
out
what
here,
you
if he was out here standing on some shit on his own principles, even if I didn't if I agree with it or disagree with it, whatever the case may be. But like, no, nigga, you switch your shit up depending on what your audience is. And it's like fucking niggas like you need to be called out. We have to understand because he feeds off the new audience or the people who are not used to him. But those of us like this is just wash, rinse, and repeat. That's all that shit is.
Right. And Mink Mob and Kwani called him a pimp, and he tried to say that that's a lie. I'm not a pimp. That's the way you operate.
He
You try
called
to manipulate
him
women's
a pimp when
minds to
he was
get
over
them to
there.
give you their money. That's what a pimp does.
Let me tell you, and this is some real shit because I don't care nothing about what y'all think. But when we was over there, and I told him, I said, I'm not gonna be here 3-4 years from now doing the same shit with you because this is stupid. Like if you say you about black excellence, let's be about black excellence. Like you putting yourself in positions to keep arguing with women, and that's not cool. And but he kept doing it. And one thing about it is, Quani was one of the first people out the beef sector that was like, we the pimp, y'all the hoes. And I got real offended about that shit. I got real offended to the point where I called him and I cussed him out about it. I was like, look, you got us out here. I didn't have no rebuttal for the shit because that's what it looked like, even though that's not what it was, because I ain't never, he ain't never been able to send me out nowhere. Like I fuck with people who fuck with me. And I was just caught up in a whole bunch of bullshit. But when she said that shit, I was like, you know what? I can't even get mad at her about that. I can't check that because that's how you present it.
Right. And
As
now you
though
see it
you got
clearly.
a whole bunch of, that you the pimp and you got a whole bunch of bitches out here that'll do your will. When the truth be told is you put us in these positions to make us defend ourselves.
Right. Hey, well, I got to get out of here. I got to go get me something to eat. But it's good talking to you guys.
You too.
I'll be in the
Thanks for
chat. I'll
coming
be
up.
checking it out. Oh, you're
I
welcome. I'll
appreciate
be in the
it.
chat. I'll be listening.
Okay.
All right. You guys have a good night.
You
You
too.
too, bro.
Thanks for
All
coming
right.
up. Good talking
No
to you.
problem. Good talking to you too.
But it was like, like I couldn't even, and I don't fuck with Quani, and like I don't go over there. I don't know what she got going on, this, that, and the other, whatever. But at the same time, those were things that made me fall back from his ass, because it was like, this is what you out here. You expect us to give undying loyalty, and you want us to represent you, and you want us to fight for you or whatever, but you out here starting shit. You out here trying to act like you the baddest bitch or whatever. So, like, nigga, this your shit fault. This your fault. You need to check this shit. And he's sitting there, putting us in positions to where we gotta argue and fight with bitches, and then he want to sit back and fall up off the panel like ain't shit going on. And it's
Right.
nigga, you started this shit. But that's what he do. He play women against each other, and then he want to sit back and benefit from it. So I really couldn't even argue with her. Like I ain't
That's what he's
arguing
trying
with
to
her.
do
I ain't,
now with Mink and Fire.
that's
That's
what I was.
exactly what he's
That's
trying
what
to
I
do
was
now.
getting to. When you see him, what went on today, and how those women was talking, it's like nigga, you still playing the same old tricks, the same old game. And it's like, but you don't understand that when you really got people that's for you and that's trying to help you go to the next level, then you play them this type of way or whatever, just because you don't want to grow. You don't
Right.
want to try to
He's
do better, or
scared.
whatever, and you try to penalize people for being tired of your fuck shit. Because if you in his chat, you gonna get attacked. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
how it was. Like, we wasn't going out here fucking with people. We wasn't on nobody's panels. We wasn't doing any of that shit. Like, if you talk shit about us, we talk shit about you. That was about it. But it came
Over
to the
there.
point where it was like, goddamn, it was toxic just even being in his chat. And he played on that shit. And then when somebody leave, he try to play one against the other. And it's like, nigga, like, you ain't no motherfucking pimp. Like, nigga, this shit ain't real life. This shit ain't serious. Like, who the fuck is you?
Pimp Daddy. Big Daddy Vaughn.
That's
I
to them
can't even say
basic
that shit with a
assholes.
straight face.
That's to them basic assholes. But see, here's the thing. I was certified before I came on this motherfucker. I
I
don't need
heard
to
the fuck
know
that.
views. Like,
I heard the fuck that.
some cash outs or anything. I come on this motherfucker just to relax and chill out. This ain't
Exactly.
none of
This
my
is an
job
escape
description, nigga.
for me. This is like from reality. That's what I was on here for.
Right.
I was,
You sit out here, and that's why it pays. And like, a lot of y'all niggas got this shit fucked up. A lot of y'all got it fucked up. You try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and you try to help these Negroes or whatever. And then as soon as they get to where they think they can be at, then they shit on you. And it's like, nigga, you wouldn't be shit without the women that was around you. And that's why you use women to play against each other, and you go out your way to try to be the baddest bitch. Like, ain't nobody studying that shit.
No,
You still
nobody
a
cares.
bad nigga.
You win. You are the baddest.
I
No,
swear.
I mean, no need for no need for anybody to be. You ain't got to worry about no competition. Nobody even wants to be in competition. You the one. You that. So just what I mean. You ain't gonna stop though. I don't even know why I'm wasting my fucking breath. You just like being like this, and I ain't even mad at it no more. I just don't see how anybody ever fucks with you.
I ain't mad either. I think this shit funny. Like, this, what it is. Like, again, like, is this the legacy you want to live? You want to leave this shit? Like, because that's what we gonna remember. It might be a few fake ass bitches that be like, oh, he was funny. He was good. He was this, that, and that. No, nigga. I talked to you and I dealt with you, and I'm still gonna be like, he's a fuck ass nigga.
Yeah.
He put out fake ass narratives. He let people believe fake ass narratives. Fuck him in life and fuck him in death.
Rest in peace, I guess. Then shit.
Rest in peace. If I had a dick, I wouldn't pull it out to piss on this nigga's feelings.
Oh
Like,
my goodness gracious. She's Louise, Nikki. This nigga, you ain't worth a piss. Damn.
I mean, after so many, it's like,
Yeah,
dude, like,
come on,
it's hard to respect. Like,
you can't even like we sit up and give our like opinions about why he do this, why he do that, but there's no real justification or reasoning for that. Like you can't even. There's nothing that makes sense for you to go every time it's a woman you arguing with every time. And then she all the worst kind of bitches and all this. Like Black just said, he's still out here calling these women nigger bitches. Like, really, what the fuck is wrong with you?
but he kind of built off a little his platform, going at somebody for calling Black women nigger bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear him going back around, that's what he's using now. Like, I can't stand a fake ass nigga. That's why you can't go off what a nigga say. You can't go off a nigga's deflection, they voice tone, this, that, and the other. You gotta go off a person's actions.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all.
Yep. You gotta watch these motherfuckers out here, boy. But they don't seem to be bothered by it. Whatever the fuck it is he calls himself.
They cannot be bothered by it all they want to. I'm still just gonna jump in when I feel the need to, and let a motherfucker know you ain't shit in my book. Fuck what everybody else books say. In my book, you ain't shit.
You still, and that hurts him the most.
You know it.
That hurts him the most. When you say shit like that, that really gets his nuts in a crunch.
You know
and I love every second of it.
like what it is, for real. But like, if you really want to, go about whichever way he want to look at it. If you want to talk about numbers, like, nigga, you was doing better than what you doing now 3-4 years ago. What happened? You ain't grew since. You still trying to build your ego off of going at women?
Mm-hmm.
Like, does that make you feel proud?
It does.
How does that benefit you in any type of way? Because regardless, like, those type of numbers, if you ain't making even at 10,000 views, like, you still ain't really making that much money. But let's just say you getting cash shops and memberships, and nigga, don't get out of hand, because I will take your monetization from you. I ain't got no problem with that. And don't get me twisted with nobody else out here. Goddamn it, when I got my sights on something, I don't miss. And that's what you loved about me, remember? So, like, stop playing. But anyhow.
In other words, pipe down, little nigga.
Yeah, pipe down, because it ain't nothing to a real G. It ain't nothing to a real G. But anyhow, like, you still getting off on this bullshit? Like, where's the growth? I don't see the growth.
If anything, he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's regressed. He's regressed more than grown.
Well, that he didn't make it past 8th, 9th grade, so he's still going through high school. These is high school years, I'm convinced. Because ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way you can still be talking this same bullshit and still think, nigga, you are worth something. You are not relevant. You are just a nigga that talks shit that people will pay attention to. But at the end of the day, don't nobody really fuck with you like that. Like, your numbers show it. Your numbers do. Like, the people, you can't talk shit about somebody and they like still shitting on you. Like,
and everybody's still shitting on you. That's the
everybody.
Everybody you talk about do better than you do. So
everybody.
I
And then
just
the same people who come watch you when you shit on somebody else will come and watch somebody that shit on you. Like it's the same. You're still swabbing out the same subscribers. Like you haven't made it to the next tax bracket, the social tax bracket. Like I would still be embarrassed that if I was still doing the same thing I was doing 3 years ago.
mm,
Like to me, that's embarrassing. At some point, you got to move up. Like nigga, you still selling weed on these YouTube streets. You ain't moved up to cocaine yet.
mm.
Like I'm just saying that's how I see it. I don't know how you see it, Jackie, but
I just don't. I mean,
I'm
I don't know.
unimpressed.
You haven't really. I think he's regressed. Like, if anything, you've gotten worse than you were when you initially started, and you don't have nobody to blame for that but yourself because you allowed yourself to go down this path. You
Mm.
had a good front going on. You know what I'm saying? If you could have just maintained that, you might be doing all right. But
It's
you
Queen
can't
88.
because it was a front. You was lying. So you can't maintain that. Nobody really can. You know, when liars lie, it's very rare that you find somebody that's a bona fide liar like you are about who they are. Um, inherently, like as a person, you can't fake that. That's gonna come out. You know what I mean? Eventually, and because of the environment that you were in, all that fake shit you was doing, right? Eventually, it just got wore away because you got comfortable being around these people that are just as fucked up as you are and doing just as much fucked up shit as you'd like to do. So then, when you started getting comfortable in that shit, you fell right in. That's why you so, every time we was trying to pull you out, you was running back because that's where you. This is what you like.
You
You like
love
this
this
kind of
shit.
shit. You love this shit. So I ain't
You
mad
love
at do your thing, homeboy. I'm gonna talk shit though. I'm gonna talk about you like a dog.
That's the thing.
But
Like, my thing is like, why you try to act like you
this
better?
is our commentary. Ain't
What
that the
you
shit you
talking about?
always saying about people that you doing commentary? This is commentary, and the
You know what
commentary
kills
today
me
is
is
you a
that
bitch ass nigga.
people try to put you in a box. They try to put you in a box. Like we ain't in no box. We've made it very clear. We come on this motherfucker to kick this back in when we
Exactly.
feel like it. That's all. This ain't no page. This ain't
Mm-mm.
no channel. This ain't nothing. We just come on here, we talk our shit, and then we go live life. That's
Right.
what the fuck
In
this
real life, in real time.
like no one cares about this shit or whatever. Like I'm not my survival is not based on no cash apps or none of that shit. And no shade to nobody else, but that just is what it is. Like sir, from what I can see and for what I understand, you are doing less than what you were doing 4 years ago. That's
Mm.
that's what I can see. Again, I know dogs out here that has more rights and liberties and it's making more money out here than you are. I'm not sure what you're bragging on. I think you are delusional. You have no self-respect. As an elderly man, you ought to be embarrassed that you
If you
are
call him
against girls that is younger than your daughter. You should be embarrassed of yourself. That's what I see. I don't know. Go ahead, Jackie.
if you call him elderly one motherfucking time,
Shit, that's how I see it.
he is elderly as fuck. But yeah, Black, he gonna cuss us out. He probably cussing us out right now.
Don't nobody give a fuck. I don't watch his ass.
I'm trying to told you.
Don't nobody give a fuck. I have told you y'all from the jump. This is not a channel. I am not trying to be no YouTuber or none of that shit. I come out here and I cuss a motherfucker out when I feel like it. That's just what that is. And I go on about my day. It doesn't matter what his response is or what he say. I will
Because
ignore
ain't
this
nobody
shit.
gonna see it. I mean, we ain't gonna see it anyway. So
Right.
I
I
guess
will ignore that shit to whatever. Like, and if I
uh,
do get the need, if I do get bored and I hear some shit, I'll just take his page down. It ain't nothing to me. It ain't nothing to a boss. Anytime that I have rolled the ball, I have striked. So
mhm.
whatever. whatever, you'll start over again.
You remember that time she hit you 3 times upside your motherfucking head? Blah, blah, blah. She hit you with that combo and fucked your head up.
I done lost count. Like this nigga ain't shit to me. Y'all might be impressed by this nigga, but it ain't shit to me. I done talked to this nigga. When I tell y'all he think y'all stupid, I mean that shit. I'm not saying that shit as an insult. He really think that he can tell y'all whatever he want to tell y'all, and y'all gonna roll with it. But it's because, as I was trying to get to earlier, and on some real shit, when you are in a low space, you get off on this type of shit. But at a certain point, you gotta rise above that shit. Like you can't, like, it doesn't. He can say, I don't fuck with, I fuck with Jackie. That's who I fuck with. Anybody else on here, like, I don't know. I don't know what he got going on with these women. They could be right, they could be wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm not finna waste my time and energy trying to research the shit.
Mm-mm.
Like, whatever the case may be. But what I do see is the same.
What channels is untouchable?
I see the same thought process. It's like, nigga, like this. You saying the same shit you were saying today that you were saying 4 years ago. That's all I know. At the end of the day, like, ain't nobody gonna remember the details, and you will still kiss these ladies' ass if they gave you a chance. That's all I know. Like, you's a fake ass nigga. You forever be a fake ass nigga, and to me, it's sad that you want to die a fake ass nigga. It's sad that you want this, like, your legacy to be this shit. Ain't nobody finna respect you.
Ain't nothing to respect.
Ain't a damn thing to respect.
You don't have one valid opinion. Like, you're not people, like, I know so and so, and I know so and so believes in this, and this, and you can guarantee that, right? He don't have none of that. He don't have nothing. He'll flip flop on your ass. He'll flip flop on your ass in the middle of a conversation.
That girl said, well, women were calling him gay, and she understood that old men felt a certain type of way about that.
Mm-hmm.
And it sent me back into deja vu because I remember
Mm-hmm.
that too. I felt the
Mm-hmm.
same way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he's not hateful. That's how old men, if you challenge their manhood, that's what they gonna do. But it's like, after so many women, like, how many times are you gonna use that as an excuse? Like,
Right.
this is what he looked for. This is what he do, and he is competing with these girls. Like, that's what
Mm-hmm.
you're doing. At the end of the day, you are competing with you are trying to compete with women that you can be the father of. And it's like, but then he do it on the strength of trying to have some type of self-respect and discipline. Like, nigga, you ain't none of that. You ain't
Mm-mm.
none of that. We have seen you over and over backtrack on the shit that you say you stand for. You don't
Mm-hmm.
stand for none of that shit.
Mm-mm.
None of it.
Nope. And I don't believe he ever did.
Mm-hmm.
If he ever, if anything, he's always been living a big ass lie. He say whatever, do whatever to get by. If that's being a Mason this week, being a Muslim next week, being a Mason and a Muslim, like whatever he gotta do, whoever he gotta be, he don't have no problem being that nigga just so he can get by. That's why his life is the way it is. That's why, because he's always just been getting by. You can't be as old as the fuck you are, have access to that much equity, right? All those properties, and still be an old broke down ass nigga. You a pathetic nigga. You pathetic. I don't care what nobody say. You got access to land and property, nigga. You make money off that. And
That
if you
nigga ain't
not making
got
money off
access
that,
to
you're
water, child. What is you talking about? Like, this nigga, this nigga still owe $1,200 to the water company.
oh, that's
I don't know
sad.
how that shit go on in Pennsylvania, but down here you could be 2 months behind. You got owe $85. They gonna turn this shit off. So, like, I don't go too hard on that because I don't know how this shit work in Pennsylvania. But, like, nigga, like, what is you A lot of people, nobody. I don't even feel comfortable. I don't go, come on here talking about nobody else, what they look like, what they think
Mm-mm.
like, what they, none of that shit. If you
Except
fuck
for
with me,
you,
I fuck with
bitch
you.
ass nigga.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And as long as you got these lies going on about here, as long as you trying to make it seem like somebody wanted your motherfucking ass, as long as you got all this shit going, until you clear that shit up, I'm gonna continue to bust your head up. Is when you clear that shit up, then I might think about not coming up here busting your head up. But until you, he's still doing the same shit. Any woman that leave him, like, how long y'all gonna believe this shit? Because I'm telling you, he think you stupid. He think he can tell you whatever he want to tell you. He can create whatever scenario he wants to create, and y'all gonna believe it. And honestly, I used to shake my head at that shit, but I'm starting to think some of y'all really are stupid. I am.
Oh
I'm
man.
sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Like at some point, I can't even listen to a nigga like him. I can't. I can't. At one point, I couldn't, but it's like, what? At what point you gonna grow out that shit? At
Yeah.
what point you gonna stay down at a 2 or 3 when you can be a 7 or 8? Like, at what point you gonna grow the fuck up?
Boss up. Do something up.
Do something. You gonna be a nigga your whole life. You gonna be dumb your whole life just because
Read
you don't like
about
another person.
yourself in the left
Like, it's
hand.
a whole bunch of people. He could dislike the person I hate the most. I wouldn't give a fuck. Fuck him. He ain't shit.
Yeah, I could never. Mm-mm. I don't see how people do that. Judge, and I'm judging not, right? I'm just
I'm
saying,
judging. Fuck him.
if this nigga do the dastardly shit he do, he ain't never even really did not shit to me. I just, just on the strength, like I could, man, and y'all, he do some of the most wicked shit, and y'all go right back talking to him, fucking with him, and not just one person. I'm not singling out one person. I'm saying this. I've seen this happen multiple times. I couldn't.
Right. Multiple times. That's the thing. It's like people have their individual shit, this, that, and the other, but it be the same scenarios that play out over and over. Like, goddamn, ain't you insulted because this nigga think you stupid?
Mm,
He think you gonna go with whatever he say. Even though fuck what he's saying, what he do be opposite of what he say, but you still, yeah, I can't. I can't.
mm,
Ain't no way in hell. Because even when he was doing fucked up shit, we called him out on fucked up shit.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, when he went out and did it, that's just what he did. That's on him or whatever. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, like this
At
month,
least we thought it was, but y'all was saying we was fucked up because he was out wreaking havoc in the street. Ain't nobody know that nigga was out there fucking with y'all like that.
because we wasn't.
Mm-mm.
We wasn't. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't, I don't. I don't understand why people think that folks online supposed to what whoop your ass or some shit. Like, fuck it. Just be real about this shit. But I guess people really be needing validation on here, y'all. I don't know.
Look, Black said he hit Vic's live last week and started talking shit to him and Megan Mortis because they were clowning his dumb ass in the chat. You know he can't take that shit, Black.
They've been clowning his ass for what,
Since
three, four,
forever, and
5
he's
years.
still so fucking sensitive about it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody likes you, fam. Like, that just is what it is. You the only person who don't get it. Like, people don't fuck with you like that. And they're gonna talk shit to you, about you, and all of that. Because you're just not a likable person. I don't think you like your damn self, to be honest.
Well, that's what I was wondering. When is he gonna understand it's him? You know, not everybody else. There's only so many people you can fall out with, and then be like, "Oh, they just a fucked up person. Oh, it's them. This, that, and the other." And understand that they could still be a fucked up person.
Mm-hmm. For
They
sure.
could be the case, but nigga, that doesn't change the fact that you a fucked up person too.
Yes.
See, I
Yeah.
don't know the backgrounds. I don't know what's going on, and honestly, I don't give a fuck. I don't care enough to go back and watch an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours lives or whatever the case may be. Nigga, it's you. It's still the same scenario.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know how long you think people are supposed to sit in misery with you. And just because you don't like a person 1 week and then you dislike them the next week, a person's supposed to still not fuck with them because you was in a chat. Like, how long do you think that people grown out here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you out here really trying to run a cult. Like, you really on some nature boy shit.
Mm.
You really out here trying to be on some cult shit. And we seen this shit play out. Like, I guess some people need, some people got to see this shit. I don't know, but to me, it's a rerun.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And if I was you, ladies, I would rerun my ass away from him because he is going to try to make your life miserable if you try to leave. And that's the sad. That's sad.
Me, I don't know. I ain't been keeping up with him like this or whatever, but I wouldn't doubt it. If this is what he doing every day, if this is what he doing, and like I said, I ain't trying to act like I'm just woke up faster than other people or whatever. But after so long, because back when we was fucking with him, he was losing his property. At what point are you gonna say, okay, I need a break. I need to
Hmm.
get my shit in order. At what point are you gonna say, I'm not gonna keep on competing with people that's half my age? At what point are you gonna say, you know what, I have lived over half my life and I want to try to leave some good in this earth? Because like you do that shit anytime you backed up on the corner on YouTube, but nigga, YouTube don't count. What you doing? If you doing this shit on YouTube, I can imagine what you're doing in your real life.
Mm.
Anytime some real shit is brought to you, we see what happens. When Cookie brought real shit to you, nothing happened. When people tow your broken ass car up that you fucked up putting regular gas in a foreign vehicle that should have had premium gas, like we knew then. Like that's when I realized that like nigga, you ain't about none of the shit you talk about, because how you didn't know that you shouldn't put regular gas in a foreign vehicle?
He
That's
tried to say he didn't know.
huh?
He tried to say he didn't know.
Oh, he said he didn't know. He didn't know. Well, he was talking to me like he didn't know.
You too big for that shit, nigga.
But it ain't even what he being. It's like you try to present yourself somebody you ain't, and then you get mad when somebody exposes you for who you are. Like that's it. Just it don't work. It don't work. And it's cool when somebody don't like somebody, and I get it. It's YouTube, it's entertainment, it's what it is or whatever. But you ain't got no die hard fans for that shit. Ain't
Mm-mm.
nobody really fucking with you the long way on that shit. Eventually, people see who you is for what you are, and
Mm-hmm.
then you attack them for it because
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to fuck with you no more. Ain't nobody finna keep on sitting at the bottom with you.
Mm-mm.
1,000 views, 2,000 views, even the views I get on, I don't even come on here, but I don't feel special about this shit. I be
Mm.
minding for people that be having 5, 6,000 people in their lives and shit. Like that.
Mhm.
That's not shit. And you still bragging on bullshit when it's a dog out here outdoing you. It's hamsters out here outdoing you.
Not a hamster now. Shit.
Hamster. Bitch, it's turtles out here outdoing them. And you know that shit. And I don't even really, I don't be saying all that shit just to be saying that shit. I mean that shit. I've seen it. And you look like a joke. You look like a joke when you sit there and say that bullshit.
Mhm. Oh shit, Nick, my phone about to die.
Go ahead, Jackie Child.
All right. All right. It was nice talking to y'all. I'll see y'all later. I got to put this phone on charger. Love you, Nick.
Like, you. And that's cool because, we about to get up out of here. But this shit is funny to me. Like, again, is this the legacy you want to leave? Like, bullshit aside. Because I've talked to him on some real shit. On some real shit. Fuck the YouTube. Fuck the game that come on to YouTube. Is this some real shit that you want to be remembered as? You a lot. We don't never, none of us know how we gonna leave here or when we gonna leave here, but your percentages is a lot higher than other people. Let's just be real about that shit. And I can drop dead tomorrow, and I say that knowing that, but at the end of the day, like, nigga, like, we have talked, and I know you really care about what people think about you. And this is not the game for you. Like, what are you doing? You're not going to be able to do this shit 80, 90, hell, 70, 75 years old. You're not going to be able to do this shit and make no money off of it. You barely making money off of it now. You can lie to these people now. Oh, I got 2,000. I got 3,000. I got 4,000. I got 5,000. I don't even think you got that. But if you want to present it like that, like, nigga, that still ain't shit. It still ain't benefiting you nothing. Like, you can still try to present to these people like that shit carrying you. And it's not. It's not. Tasha K came on here the other day and was like, and she get hundreds of thousands of views, and she still said, like, I'm living check to check. And people who do content, like, this ain't cash apps, YouTube subscribers, whatever the case may be. You still live in check like this. And you want to get on here and try to down the next motherfucker? I can understand it's been a side hustle. Do what you gonna do. Do that. But stop trying to make it seem like you better than the next motherfucker. Stop trying to make it seem like you're doing good at 3,000-4,000 subscribers when you've been on here 4-5 years. Stop trying to make it seem like you better than the next motherfucker when you're doing the same numbers that you was doing 3-4 years ago. Like, seriously. Like, if anything, I don't like that shit. I don't like even being associated with you, nigga. Like, I hate that I even dealt with a motherfucker like you. And on some real shit, what I was saying earlier, like, when I look back at this shit, nigga, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was in a low space. So when I look back, it's like, nigga, like, you still there. You still get off of. It makes you feel good to see somebody else being talked down upon. You not know the bigger issues that's going on, and then you try to act pro-black. And there's ranchers out here getting harassed and shit because they black and own land. It's people out here that's getting civilly harassed out here just off the strength of being black, and then you want to come up here and act like you better than the next black person, and you still doing the same thing that fucks up black people. Like, nigga, you are the crab in a barrel. That's who you are. Anytime you see somebody doing better than you, anytime you see somebody being higher than you, anytime you see somebody that's moving to the next level, you do everything you can to bring them down. You go around everybody who knows that person to try to bring them down to where you are because you scared. So if don't nobody tell you, I wanted to come on here and tell you, nigga, I see you. And you still don't get my respect. You still less than. You're still beneath me. And yeah, I said it. Ain't nobody beneath nobody. No, that nigga beneath me. Because this nigga is emotional. He'll do whatever he can to tear another woman down. But he's scared to come out here and fight against men. His level is low, but he won't even fight against men that's on his level. So you think you can win by fighting against women? You's a weak ass nigga. You always will be. And when I look at it and I sit back and I think, you always have been. And this is the legacy you gonna leave. This is the legacy that you're gonna leave behind. If you drop dead tomorrow, goddammit, you still gonna be a weak ass nigga in my book. I don't give a fuck how many views you get, how many memberships you get. I don't care nothing about none of that shit, nigga. You still a whole ass nigga in my book. I don't give a fuck about no subscribers, none of that shit. You done got respect from people that's at the same level that you are at, which is low. You still a 60-year-old man that's competing against women that's half your age. You a weak ass nigga. It don't matter the details. It don't matter what you say. It don't matter what you think. It don't matter how you feel. Because everything you say, everything you think, everything you feel, all of that shit goes against what you do. Fuck what you say. Fuck how you feel. Nobody cares about how much performative measures that you take. Nobody gives a fuck about any of that. Because at the end of the day, you still have the emotions of a jealous ass bitch. Good day.